The Owl and the Grasshopper. It was a cold winter afternoon, and all the animals in the forest were sleeping in their respective homes. Gugu was feeling bored, and he sat on a tree branch where he could hear someone singing from afar. It looked in all directions, but could not figure out where the song was coming from. Even as it kept wondering where the song came from, the sound of the song became louder and louder still. Far in the distance, Gugu spotted a tiny little grasshopper, at his cheerful best, singing songs in the winter and enjoying himself. He seemed quite oblivious to the cold and snow. In fact, he seemed to be enjoying himself. As he came closer to where Gugu was, there was a thick, long tree in which an owl had made himself a home. It was fast asleep, but the constant singing of the grasshopper cut right into his deep slumber, and the owl woke up. He was quite irritated with the sound. He began to wonder from where it was coming, as he could not quite get himself to believe that there would be anybody out there in the cold. The owl sleepily peered through the snow to find out who the singer could be, and saw the grasshopper down below continuing to sing. "What a nuisance," the owl muttered to itself. He wanted to stop him, and so called out to it and asked if it were crazy to dance out in the cold. The owl even suggested that the grasshopper go home. The grasshopper stopped his singing midway and asked the owl if it disturbs its sleep, and pretended to apologize for having made such a noise. Saying that, the grasshopper suggested that the owl goes back to sleep. The owl soon went back to sleep and dozed off. After the owl had fallen asleep, the naughty grasshopper again started to sing. He was being mischievous and had decided to irritate the owl. The owl woke up from its sleep and thought that if it does not think of a way to stop this grasshopper, it will be staying awake for a long time. So he right away came up with a plan. It flattered the grasshopper that it sings really well and asked if it could come closer and sing. The grasshopper unsuspectingly went closer, only to be eaten by the owl. Gugu, who was watching all this, concluded that anger is a sign that something should change.